Only in 50 places, the communal fundamentalist zealots and terrorists did attack suddenly, and it was an unexpected attack on temples. It is not a religious clash. The situation is Bangladesh under control. Government and we are telling that it is a pre-planned attack. Fundamentalist organizations are linked with Pakistani intelligence networks.
Till now.
Indian government, we have excellent friendship with the Indian government, and the Indian government have reacted very positively, appreciating the role of Sheikh Hasina's tough action. CAA and NRC, these are the Indian government's laws. It is not affecting us.
बांग्लादेश में जो गतिविधियां हो रही हैं और जिस तरह के हमले हो रहे हैं हिंदू धर्म के अनुयायियों पर, उस पर बात करने के लिए हमारे साथ हैं बांग्लादेश के पूर्व आईएनबी मिनिस्टर और इस समय पार्लियामेंट के चेयरपर्सन हसनुल हक इनू साहब। स्वागत है आपका इनू साहब हमारे शो पर, और जानना चाहेंगे कि एबीपी न्यूज के जरिए कि आखिरकार इस समय व्हाट इज द प्रेजेंट कंडीशन ऑफ द पीपल, स्पेशली द हिंदू कम्युनिटी in Bangladesh, and what are the efforts that your government is making in the country?
Well, thank you very much. My greetings, Shubho Vijaya, to all the Indian Bangladeshi friends across the border. Our latest position is that there was certain sad incidents during the Durga Puja, and after that, in as many as only 50 places. But let me tell you, in Bangladesh, there were 32,000 puja mandaps. So the government has successfully finished in a festive mood 32,000 puja mandaps programs. Only in 50 places, the communal fundamentalist zealots and terrorists did attack suddenly, and it was an unexpected attack on temples, on puja mandap and certain Hindu areas and business shops. That is a sad thing, but the government was very tough on the situation. So the things are under control, and more than 300 has been arrested already, and many are on the run, and the government is hunting down the rest of the culprits. I was visiting this morning one of the affected areas in the northern Bangladesh, a district called Rangpur, a thana called Pirganj, where 30 houses have been burned down and 270 persons have become homeless. Many of their valuables and cattle have been looted. Already more than 50 persons have been arrested who were in connection with loot, burning down and vandalizers. I talked personally and stayed with them for 3 hours in the morning, and just I came out from that area and staying in Rangpur city now. I am going to the ISKCON temple to look at the situation and listen to their advices and grievances.
But you know, so sir, we want to understand that you said it's only about 50 pandals. Question is, why even 50 pandals? The government has said that it is a pre-planned attack. If it is the same as you claim, then is it an IB or intelligence failure by your government?
Well, if you look at the pattern, then you think they attacked on the plea of dishonoring the sacred Quran in a placing of sacred Quran in a temple in Kumilla districts. My position is, our observation is that within 12 hours, sudden sporadic attacks started. So that is why the government and we are telling that it is a pre-planned attack, because no Hindus will place a Quran in the temple because it goes against the religious rights and culture. So it is a pre-planned conspiracy to vandalize and create a situation within the country which we can place the government in an awkward position. So it is a pre-planned attack. That is why we are seeing that a covert attack is going on in here and there. It's not everywhere in the country.
Who is behind these attacks? What is the government analyzing in present situation?
Well, for the last 12 years or 30 years, we are seeing that attacks are being done not only on the temples but on the Sufis, on peers and mazars, and also Buddhist monasteries, and in intellectuals, writers, and even Muslim leaders, imams, those who go against the Talibani politics or the Jamaat Islami, a religious fundamentalist outfit backed by Pakistan and a collaborator of Pakistan. So we here in Bangladesh are trying to carve down certain covert organizations who are running in the name of Islam for the last 30 years, at least more than 15 organizations, 15. So at the moment, we are trying to identify which organization is involved, but at the moment, under the investigation is not complete, we cannot say exactly who are the real persons. But our political hunch is that the BNP and his ousted leader, the ex-Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia, who always holds an umbrella over the heads of the zealots, razakars, war criminals, and Jamaat Islami. So naturally, a finger is pointed towards BNP and Jamaat Islami, but it has to be finalized when the reports comes in.
Today, the Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal has said that this is an internal matter of the country, and since Bangladesh does not interfere or comment on other countries, they would prefer other countries also to be doing so. Is it an indication towards India or any specific country?
No, I think I have not listened to him because I am outside the Dhaka capital. But the point is, of course, it is an internal matter. But our position is the situation is Bangladesh under control. So, the certain Hindu community leaders, especially the ISKCON leaders, which is an international organization, has written a letter to the United Nations for intervention. So I think that is too much because everything is under control by Sheikh Hasina, because Sheikh Hasina is pursuing a policy of secularism and democracy and constitutionalism. We are for social harmony against communal fundamentalism. So in that case, if it is not under control, then somebody can, of course, go to the international community. So there is no tension between the two communities. And there is no question of a religious riot in Bangladesh, no question. So that is why it is under control. So there is no point going to the international quarters. So that is why he might have pointed out.
What is your major bone of contention or objection against the ISKCON going to the United Nations?
Well, the major point is the situation is, it is not a religious clash. It is not a religious clash, neither it is a religious riot, neither the government is against the minorities, the government is for the minorities, it is not a military government. So everything, the government is taking very tough action on the terrorists. So it is not that these fundamentalists only attack the Hindus. In the past, they have attacked Muslims also. The religious peers who are the saints, like there are many peers in Bangladesh and Mazars. These religious outfits are against them also. So in the past, if you look at the history, then you will see that these religious fundamentalists, they are trying to create a situation for a Talibani takeover, which is not possible in Bangladesh. So it is under control. So it is no point going outside the country seeking help. We think we can control it. I am going to the ISKCON temple right now.
You've used a word like Taliban and Pakistan. Do you feel these countries are behind the unrest or the kind of problems that you're facing in Bangladesh?
Well, the history goes that the Jamaat Islami and the religious covert and overt fundamentalist organizations are linked with Pakistani intelligence networks, and in the past they were linked with that old Taliban bin Laden. Many of them are now in custody, but many of them were trained in Afghanistan when Taliban took over 20 years back. So there is a hunch that after the Taliban takeover, to topple a secular democratic government of Sheikh Hasina, there might be a conspiracy to destabilize the situation. So so there we see a covert hand of foreign mischievous organizations.
How has been the response or initiation of the Indian government in this situation? What has been the till now?
Indian government, we have excellent friendship with the Indian government, and the Indian government have reacted very positively, appreciating the role of Sheikh Hasina's tough action. So the foreign ministry is in record, appreciating Sheikh Hasina's very bold, tough actions to avert a riot. We appreciate Modiji's government.
How do you justify the violence as well as the rape on especially the community people, the minority community, which is the Hindus in case of Bangladesh, which has happened in past 1 week, and where does the government stand in it?
Well, we are very sad that the terrorists did attack the Hindu community. There are maybe certain lapses within the administration, but in the main, the government is successful to avert the situation. So we are very sad because of the lapses, and because in 50 places the Hindus have been affected. So we will compensate them, and we will try to assure them that no further problem is they should face.
The Indian member of parliament, various have written to the government of India seeking implementation of CAA as well as NRC, especially because of the persecution of Hindus and minorities in Bangladesh. How do you see that as a nation as well as a parliament?
Well, CAA and NRC, these are the Indian government's laws or rules or whatever it is. So it is an internal matter of India. Bangladesh is not bothered about that, and we are not interested to discuss because it is not affecting us. It is not affecting us, neither the Hindu communities, neither the Muslim communities in Bangladesh. I think the Indian government is best to judge what to do and what not to do. So we don't comment on that, and we are not discuss anything as yet. And officially, we have not taken the matter with the Indian government. I don't think so. The Bangladesh government needs to take the matter officially with the Indian government. It's totally an internal matter of India. We respect the decision of the Indian government.
And a very specific question: what are the instructions from Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to you all, and what is the government of Bangladesh doing to ensure safety of Hindus in your country?
Well, first, the Sheikh Hasina's clear instruction to stand by the minorities. So the paramilitary forces on the ground, especially in the areas where the minorities live. Secondly, Sheikh Hasina has instructed that all the ransacked and vandalized temples should be reconstructed by the government fund. Third, the persons who lost their homes or they are a target of looting, so a lump sum amount should be given to them to build their houses, or the government will rebuild their houses and give some fund to amend for the lapses, for the losses.
And my last question: what is the government doing to instill confidence in Hindus to make them feel safe in Bangladesh?
Well, all the political forces, especially the alliance partners, including my party and Awami League, we are already on the streets rolling across the country, assuring that we need communal harmony. The main slogan is stop instigation, go for communal harmony. So besides the administration, the political forces started rolling on the ground, so to assure the community that no harm will be coming to them.
Well, these are assurances from a senior parliamentarian, a former minister, Hasan साहब, and also जो आपने देखा सुना वो ये कि बांग्लादेश सरकार की ओर से आश्वासन बहुत आ रहे हैं, तस्वीरें थोड़ी बेहतर होनी शुरू हो रही हैं, लेकिन उसमें समय लगेगा, क्योंकि जो झटका लगा है या जो तस्वीरें आ रही हैं, जो तकलीफ देने वाली तस्वीरें पूरे विश्व ने देखी हैं, उस पर सवाल के जवाब अभी भी मिलने बाकी हैं।
ABP न्यूज आपको रखे आगे।